Hey guys, hey everybody, beautiful souls. Hi, it's been a while. Please, please let your senses be engaged and happy. Hear the birds, the wind through the trees when it comes through. There's a little breeze, but it is very hot. It stormed earlier this morning and for a while, so it's very, very, very muggy. So muggy my glasses keep fogging up, so I might have to take them off. But please take in this beautiful scenery. It's a sacred spot for me, a very, very sacred place where I come to meditate, to clear my energy, to do clearings on others, and to connect. I have bonded with this spot and these 4 trees, which I consider guardians of this space, and I have wonderful fairy and pixie friends, and they like to roam and play back there, all over, but especially back there. Okay, so before I begin speaking, I want to ask that you take 3 deep breaths with me, in through your nose and out through your mouth. So let's just begin now. 1. Yummy. That was good. That is to help bring me fully into the moment right here, in this exact moment, and just to be more grounded. And I mean, I'm already in the woods, so I'm pretty grounded. More grounded than I have been. Guys, I wonder how you're doing. I wonder how everyone is doing. This past month or so has been interesting and intense at times, and it has called for me to be fully present in my experience, in my human experience, in each experience that I am having. The planets that went retrograde, it didn't really affect me at first. It didn't really affect me at first, and then boom, then it did. And yeah, it's really called for me to be very present and to feel, to really feel, I would like to elaborate on that, to feel for the masculine collective, to feel for my partner, to really feel him and what he is processing and releasing and everything like that. And then there is me being called to feel me, myself. I'm watching a little critter go by. To feel, to fully feel, to fully be embodied and feel. And I have expressed in, oh God, my ayahuasca video, I believe I did it in that video, and I also expressed a lot in my video, I'm a starseed, and recognizing I'm a starseed and my mission on this planet. Something like that. One of those videos, which I will provide the links above and below. But I have expressed that I have always felt foreign here on this planet. I have felt detached, and I did not want to be here. I did not want to be here. And for the longest time, human behavior made no fucking sense to me. As in, like, the way people treat one another, and the way people react, and how people can be so void of compassion and love. And yeah, so for a large majority of my life, I have resented, such a good word, I have resented being here on this planet and being human. And then, you know, last year was very transformative for me. There were so many things that took place last year, all in alignment and happening for a reason. On top of that, beginning to drink ayahuasca, vegetal, for the first time and then repeatedly. And because of all these experiences and the tea, I began finally feeling connected to the planet, feeling connected to the human race and to my mission, and understanding that, you know, I did incarnate as a human. I have incarnated in this timeline as a human with the identity Trina Otero. And so I became very connected to that and began to anchor myself and earth myself in my body. And I have just been feeling more of a call of that lately, this past month. Just like really, wow, there are all kinds of friends walking around. Sorry, little guy. Or big guys, big daddy long legs. Oh, I scared him. Sorry. I've been really called to just be really embodied and feel and actually experience and step out of being, I'm trying to think of the best word, I guess secluded. I mean, for years, since 2012, I have lived a very different life, like a monk. And I mean, I make jokes, but I'm dead serious when I tell people this. I became like a monk. And the devotees that I met down in Florida, devotees call this, sorry, I'm stuttering, brahmacharini. So I've been a brahmacharini for years, and so just keeping away from basically anything external, because all I wanted was to just dive so deep into myself and deepen my connection with the divine, deepen my connection with source, with God, with creator. And so I was able to see what was of the world and what I didn't want and what I truly wanted. And now it's like I'm being called to fully play. I am literally experiencing and feeling different aspects of myself in this timeline. Like, literally, one day maybe I will feel like 15 years old and what I was like at 15, and then integrating that into my reality now. It's like I'm integrating facets of myself, aspects of myself in this life, from this life, in the now, into the now, fully integrating it in with my higher self. Like, it's a lot of integration work, and I've talked with certain friends about it, people that are also doing the work, doing some really heavy duty clearing, karmic clearing, ancestral clearing. They will understand this, and they do understand this. So if you've been doing this kind of work, you understand it. Like, a lot of ancestral cleansing and karmic clearing and remembering past lives and healing from that, and traumatic experiences. If you know that there are fragments of yourself, aspects of yourself, traumatized, as in, you may have heard the phrase like your soul has been fragmented. So you have been healing these different aspects of your soul and then integrating it in the now. And so lately I have been literally integrating facets of myself, but not just from past lives now. It's literally the now, like, as in my identity as Trina Otero. Another huge thing I will bring up, and I will elaborate more. I don't really want to go into that in this video, as in into too much detail right now. That is not what I'm feeling the call to talk about right now. I also have been doing more healing work, and with my inner child, and like having that fun, like I'm telling you, like just accessing those different aspects of myself, but really my inner child and that innocence, that playfulness. Oh, but also healing the wounded parts. There were a lot of videos that I was making towards the end of last year and then early this year about trauma, the importance of knowing that trauma exists, it's real, and the importance of healing these trauma wounds, these past life wounds, trauma from past lives and in this life. It's extremely important. And so that is another thing. And so it is intense at times for me, because the trauma wound that I experienced was from childhood, very young. I was about 5, and it is something that happened and was so traumatizing that it literally has affected me my whole life up until this point. And I could never figure out the pattern, why a certain pattern kept repeating in relationships, the type of relationships I had, until finally I had my memory restored through drinking the tea and with a practice, a breath work, sorry, a breathing practice called the dolphin breath, I believe. And then the third confirmation was past life regression. So that has been intense, but my partner has been amazing. And a wonderful mirror, and also just kind of like the other part, the counterpart of me, my mirror, and the one to help trigger, to help bring forth what is needing more light and healing. And so, and to rewrite, basically, to reprogram, to rewrite and clear away the distortions, and to start anew, because really it's just your brain. It has been programmed. There are just neural pathways that were created when these traumas happen. And so, sorry, there's like mosquitoes. So it's just about being diligent and anchored in the truth, anchored in love. Anchored in love. I cannot stress that enough. Anchored in love. So, with everything that is going on and whatever is coming up for you and whatever you are feeling and experiencing, stay anchored in love and be completely authentic with yourself and with others, and honor each moment. Honor each moment. Whatever the moment is, whatever the feelings are, honor it and dive deep, and don't be afraid. Confront whatever it is that's coming up, because there is huge stuff coming up. Oh my God, there's so much huge stuff, and it feels individual, right? It feels very personal. I mean, and I'm sure you've experienced something, that's why you're feeling, but at the same time understand this is also for the collective. You're not alone. There are hundreds, thousands, millions of other people that are experiencing the same thing, that have experienced the same thing, that have been traumatized in a similar way or the same exact way. These are literally karmic patterns. These are karmic wounds that are needing to be cleansed, to be wiped clean, to be healed. To be healed. This is all about really evolving and changing the game on this planet. Changing consciousness, bringing in more consciousness on the planet. More conscious way of living, and living from the heart, from our highest truths, from our highest selves. For literally, the dark days are over. They are over. The old paradigm is over. It's dying. And you have to remember, we are here to do that work, and we're setting up the template. We are setting up everything. We are literally activating and accessing our DNA and accessing information that was kept from us on purpose, and now we are accessing it, and we are rewriting it. We are remembering and recognizing and claiming our sovereignty once again, and just coming back to truth, to love. So just remember that. No matter how intense and uncomfortable this gets, and just remember that when it's uncomfortable and intense, and maybe you want to pull your hair out, or you're just feeling all these different emotions, just remember, look, I'm out here in nature right now, and look at all this. Look at all this growth. Look at all this beautiful green, this beautiful life behind me. None of this sprung up within a minute, within a day, within a week, 2 weeks. I have been observing this forest, these woods for a while, and I love seeing this place transform. It literally takes seasons, it takes time, it takes so much time to flourish. And just imagine, this tree used to be just a seed, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. Growth can be uncomfortable. That's growth pains, growing pains. So just remember that you are growing, you are expanding, we are expanding. And hell, we're still in for a ride. I don't even know what's still retro right now. I know we had a full moon, which was amazing. I've released so much, and so much distortion so deeply embedded in my subconscious. And I'm grateful. And I hope that everyone is doing well. I know that whoever's meant to see this is going to see this and going to listen and watch and is going to understand, and you're going to resonate with it. I already know that. So I literally just let stuff flow through me. So maybe to a person, this may be like rambling, and maybe this is not so much for you, or maybe there's certain nuggets within this video that is for you. And whoever understood and resonated this with entirety, that's fantastic. Just whatever is meant for you, I want you to take that away. You know, take it with you, and may it help you. I'm just so grateful. Life is beautiful. Feeling is so beautiful. Feeling is so intense. But I see now why men have been so afraid to feel. I mean, if you've been programmed to not feel for so long, and then you're starting to have all these activations and awakenings, you are coming into contact with your feelings and your feeling centers. It will feel scary. Just remember, you know, fear is just fear. It's an illusion. It's literally when you get scared or nervous, or you feel your body tense up, or you just get uncomfortable, just remind yourself that's fear, and just face it. Ask yourself, why am I afraid? And why am I afraid to explore that emotion? Or why am I afraid to feel that? Or why am I afraid to reflect on that time in my life? Why am I afraid to reflect on that feeling, or what that person did to me, or how much I hurt at that time, or these wounds? Just anything that you may feel some resistance to, another good word. Ask yourself why. The answer is fear. And then you tell yourself, oh shit, that's just fear. It's literally just fear. And when you look it in the face, it's like you're like, oh, it just kind of disintegrates. It's just, the answers are waiting for you. You just have to be courageous. Be courageous and be strong. The strongest ones live from here. Be strong. We're warriors. It's beautiful. It's also beautiful. All of this. So much healing going on. So much truth coming forth. So much light coming in and shining light, bringing forth that truth, that light, healing power, and just truth into areas within ourselves, within myself, that were lies all along, just deeply, 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 deeply embedded beliefs based on fear and pain. So it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to recognize what is just has been an illusion all along, and what is real, and what can be real, and that you can rewrite everything, that you can create and make your life beautiful. You can have love in your life. You can be happy. You can be successful and have beautiful, loving people in your life, and blah 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 blah. Now I'm rambling. Okay. I love you. I love all of you, and I just pray that the light guides you every step of the way, and may you remember the light that is within you, that you are. Namaste. Mitakoe Oyasin. Aroha nui. Ciao.